So I was extremely blessed today to get an opportunity to sit down and talk to yet another ESBC fighter. And today I had on Sulem Urbina. So we got a chance to sit down, talk about her career, talk about ESBC. We even got a chance to talk about Mayweather Paul a little bit. So you guys hang around and I hope you enjoy the interview.
Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. I think
Should I flip my phone over?
yes.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry about that. Like sometimes it works this way, sometimes it works the other way. I'm just not sure. There we go.
All good.
How are you?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, so first, let me just say thank you for taking the time. I know you're extremely busy. I did actually just get some news today. I seen that you are supposed to be fighting for a title soon. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. July 9th.
July 9th. That's Fujioka from Japan, correct?
Yes, the current WBA world champion.
Man, how does that feel to be going into a title fight?
You know, I always imagined myself as a champion, but I never really knew who I was gonna be fighting or when and where. But you know, I'm blessed to have this opportunity. Golden Boy really, you know, fought for me to get this opportunity July 9th. And it's gonna be in a beautiful stadium on a stacked card. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's like I trained my wife, and not to be a pro or anything, but you know, she's really marveled by when she see the women fighters. You guys are starting to get a whole lot more coverage and stuff now, and it's great to see. What ultimately is your greatest motivation?
My greatest motivation is always going to be my family. I think, you know, my family, we got here undocumented, you know, started from the bottom. We've had a lot of struggles being immigrants here in the United States. And the fact that now I have the opportunity to showcase my talent, you know, on such a big stage with a great company, you know, I'm a dreamer. My dreams are coming true. I feel extremely blessed. I feel happy, and they are my motivation. So every triumph is for my family.
And that's absolutely, it's a beautiful thing to hear that. I'm a huge advocate of people doing things that they're passionate about. This world it's not really built for you to do the things you really want to do, and to see people push past the barriers and still be able to do the things that they want and excel in them is just, it's always motivating. So eSports Boxing Club, we have a boxing game that's coming out after 10 years now. How long have you been in the process or been involved with the guys over at Steel City Interactive?
You know, I heard about ESBC last year. I heard about it. I wasn't sure about it. I had to do some research on it, and I wasn't kind of, you know, all in at first. And then, you know, this year the opportunity came about again. Started hearing more things. I contacted some friends that were also in the video game. They told me they were in, you know, they had already signed their contracts and whatnot. And well, I thought to myself, I was like, why not? You know, there's so many great fighters in it. Not only that, but the fact that, you know, they're including women in this video game, it's huge. We've never been in a boxing video game. So it's, you know, it's making history, and I feel excited about it. I feel like it's definitely something more opening doors for women in the sport.
That was actually going to be my next question. So I reached out to a few fans to get questions for you. And that was one of them had was, how does it feel to be a part of this game as a female, bringing in that additional representation?
You know, it's mind blowing. You think At one point we couldn't box. Then we were allowed to box. Now we're on TV. We're making our way. We're opening doors. We're so good. We thank the women that have come before us for getting us here, and then we're gonna get the next generation of women up there also. I mean, it's a work in progress, but I think we're making history, and our sport is headed in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. Oh, so you said you found out about ESBC about a year ago. Oh, was this like, did they reach out to you? Was it just manager said, hey, look, we got some stuff coming up. There's something you might want to look at?
The WBC reached out to me about it. Though there were some things in the contract that were worded, a little differently that I didn't like personally. Some things were changed, and then they customized everything this year, made those changes on those contracts, and it was a good opportunity. So I said, why not? Let's do it. I'm all in.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear that they were really willing to address your concerns and then work with you like that. That kind of, it really shows that they are determined to make sure that this game succeeds, but you all have a benefit in it as well, which is I think that's great. So have you been able to go and get your scans and all that type of stuff for the game yet?
I'm sorry, for the fight?
No, for the video game.
Like, have you got? Game?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't, not yet. I think after my fight, we're gonna focus on that. Right now, the main priority is the fight. Showing up ready and to win a world title, because I have to. It's a make or break fight, so I have to become world champion. And after that, we're gonna get all the other fun stuff with the game done.
Yeah, nothing goes before that right now. Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. That's the priority. I mean, you can't do everything else if you don't take care of business in the ring first.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so when the game does come out, is there any particular fighter that you are looking forward to playing with, other than yourself, of course?
Myself. You beat me to it. I was gonna say myself. I feel excited to see all the characters. I think I want to make those matchups that you can't make because they're across the street. So maybe put Canelo in there with all the other big names. Jamal Herring is also somebody that I looked up to a lot, and I'm excited to see him in the game. There's a lot of characters: Clarissa Shields, McCaskill, Sunisa Estrada. So I'm all the way around excited.
Any particular fighter you want to face in the game?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think there was a potential matchup coming up on Twitter when my good friend Franchon Cruz called me out. So I might do that one. I might skip a few weight classes, but I think we're gonna do that one.
Good. So going back to your actual, your career, how do you feel about, and this is specifically for women fighters, how do y'all feel about the 2-minute rounds? Is that something that y'all advocate to say, look, we can do 3 minutes just like everybody else. Let's push us over to 3 minutes, or 2 minutes, just you're completely fine with that?
As a boxer, we always want to fight more all the time. As a boxer, I've been in a situation where I've hurt my opponent, and then the bell rings, and then they recover, and same thing happens the next round, and then the fight goes the distance. Because that extra minute means a lot. Now, people say there's differences between men and women about how we get hit and whatnot. I mean, you don't have to be a scientist to know that we're physically different. So, I'm not gonna get into that. If they say that's what it is, then I believe that they're only looking out for us. But as a fighter, I will always say we always want to fight more. So I can do 3 minutes. If it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, I'm okay with that. I still got to take care of business at 2 minutes. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So I I do my best not to, especially in the public. I hate to differentiate between women fighters and men fighters. I call you all fighters because you all get in there at the end of the day and you put your life on the line inside of their square circle and you fight. You know,
Yeah.
we just recently saw a fight with Ebony Bridges where she really went in there and I was swole and gave it all. So I think it's unfair, you know, to really kind of differentiate you all.
Yeah.
So we just recently had a fight over the weekend, right? Mayweather, Logan Paul. What is your feeling on the YouTuber exhibition thing?
You know, I didn't watch the fight. I didn't think about buying it. I wasn't interested in any of the antics leading up to it. I never, you know, really spoke about it on social media or anything. As a boxer that came up since I was, you know, a kid, you know, I find it somewhat disrespectful. I think, you know, at the end of the day, it's business. So I also understand that aspect of it. You know, the Logan brothers they're smart. They put themselves in a right situation to make good money, you know, and that's what's in right now. You know, kids are on YouTube. They love watching people on YouTube, and they're the stars right now. I mean, it's what gets views right now, I guess. So I mean, it's something that we're gonna have to evolve with. I believe that, you know, it's not gonna change until we actually hurt a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I mean, once we hurt and put somebody away like that, they're gonna know not to mess with the boxer, but that's not gonna happen. Obviously, they pick and choose their fights very wisely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It's business. I see it. I understand it. As a fighter, I have why I'm against it, but as a business person, I also understand it. It is what it is. I gotta keep in my lane and do my job and do it well.
Yeah, I agree. The sport is not easy. It is a very dangerous sport at times. We've seen that with the Maxim Dadashevs, you know, as a recent. And I do believe that it would probably take for one of them to get hurt before somebody said, okay, we probably need to knock this off. I did see that Canelo invited them to come and do some sparring to show them that it really ain't no game.
Yeah, exactly. I think the moment, you know, somebody really gets hurt, that's when it's gonna change. But I mean, Mayweather's an entertainer.
Yeah.
He loves money, so I mean, that's why he does it. I mean, what can you do?
Yeah. So last question, and I'll let you go. I know like I said, you got to be prepared for that fight coming up, that title fight. YouTubers and ESBC, how do you feel about that?
YouTubers in ESBC, well, again, I didn't even know they were involved in this.
Yeah, not yet, but it is a question. A lot of people say, there are fans out there say, well, we can get the Pauls inside of, you know, ESBC.
Oh man, well, if it happens, I'm probably gonna beat up on them. I'm not gonna carry them 8 pounds. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It's like I said, I mean, this new generation, these kids, that's who they follow. That's who they like, you know. I understand it. You know, they want business. It's business. It's downloads. So if it happens because of, you know, monetary. But I mean, do they deserve it necessarily because of boxing? No. Boxing wise, they don't. But, you know, they're smart kids. They put themselves out there, whether we like it or not, you know. They're doing the right things to get the public's attention. I mean, the whole I got your hat got how many views, you know?
Yeah.
And it was something so silly and stupid, but what can you do?
Yeah. Clear.
I mean, yeah. There's not much we can do. We just have to keep evolving. And like I said, at the end of the day, us boxers, we really have to step up. I mean, women do it all the time. Women fight everybody. Men really need to start wanting to make those big fights happen. They need to cross the street, whatever it is you want to call it, make the fights happen. There needs to be one champion in every division, one champion with every single belt, and you know, that's gonna change things up. I don't believe boxing is dying, like a lot of people say. They always say that. It's always a term that's often used. It's just a different era, you know, and we're gonna keep evolving with it. But with it, we have to, you know, keep getting those fights. And I think Teofimo really set, you know, the pace for that, because he went out, he wanted to fight the best, which was Loma at the time, and now he's the best. So you have Teofimo that wants to fight everybody and anybody. He's the champion. And now Haney, you know, he's calling out everybody who wants to fight anybody. He doesn't care who steps into that ring with him. So I think these kids are really gonna step it up for boxing.
Yeah. I can actually hear the passion in your voice when you're talking about it, especially when you're talking about these guys getting out here and making these fights. And it almost gives you tingles to talk to somebody who is on the cusp of going to earn her first title. I'll go ahead and speak that into existence for you.
Thank you.
But you're right. Like there's a lot of things there's a lot of fights that people want to see made. And to kind of bring everything full circle, eSports Boxing Club is going to help to do that. Like we won't be able to see those things in real life. Well, hopefully we will, but we will get the opportunity in the virtual world to make some of these big fights. So I think that eSports Boxing Club is helping to bring those things together. It's bringing more visibility to the sport. I love the fact that it's bringing more visibility to the women in the sport. And I enjoy doing these with the fighters because you all have a story. There's a very young fan base out there for gamers who really don't know who you all are. And as gamers like to attach to the people who they play with in the game, and you know, and it's really good for you guys to get out and tell your story. So I won't overtalk. I will allow you to end this. Anything you want to say to your fans out there?
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure talking boxing. I love it. It's what I do, so I enjoy it very much. Thank you for supporting myself and other women. And you know, July 9th, tune in. Golden Boy is gonna have a stacked card, and you guys gotta cheer for me because I'm gonna win the WBA World Championship.
All right. Anywhere they can, your fans can find you online, your socials, any charities you're promoting at the moment?
So all my social media is at Sulem Urbina. I do my very, very best to promote and reply to everybody on my platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I also have TikTok. I'm still kind of new to the thing, so I don't understand it all that well, but I'm trying. And I'm just keep it simple, Sulem Urbina and sulemurbina.com.
Thank you again, Sulem. Yeah, appreciate it. Have a great training camp, and then good luck on your fight.
Thank you so much. Hope you have a nice day.
You too.